welcome into the meeting. Welcome, everybody. Just type in and tell us where you are joining us from. I see we've got Octavia in Rustenburg. That's where I am as well. We've got Yolanda from Johannesburg. We've got people from Botswana. Wow, everyone, welcome. Please remind your guests to join in on the meeting. And also, please remind your prospects that you've invited to this last business presentation for 2023. Invite them to join in. Remind everyone. I see we've got people mostly from South Africa, but where's everybody else? This is a Southern Africa business presentation, so we should be having more people in this meeting. I am going to start now in the next 2 minutes. Okay, I think we've got a good enough number to start. So please allow me to introduce myself once again to everyone that just joined in on the meeting. My name is Khumo Mwase, and I will be your host for tonight's meeting. I'm going to switch off my camera because I don't want it to distract me during the presentation, because for some reason, I can't get my face off the slides and it's going to serve as a distraction. So please allow me to switch off my camera. But before I do, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. Like I said, my name is Khumo Mwase, and the business opportunity that I'm going to share with you tonight to our guests. If you are a guest in this meeting, type a number 1 on the comment section so we can welcome you. You are actually our VIPs for the day. If you are not part of the business and someone invited you to this business opportunity meeting, type a number 1 on the comment section so we can welcome you. And to everybody else, you are seeing all those ones. Please let us welcome our guests with fire emojis. I just want to say to all of you, you are not here by chance. And the person that invited you to this meeting, they are actually, I'd say, your destiny helpers, because even me, back in February 2016, I got introduced to this wonderful business opportunity that I'm going to be sharing with you. I met a total stranger on social media. She invited me to a meeting just like this one. And I went and I listened. And let me tell you, me going to that meeting has got to be one of the best adult decisions I've ever made. That was the first thing that I said is the best thing for me. The second thing was me deciding that I'm actually going to take the business opportunity with both hands, give it my best, and put in the work that is required. Because when I started, I was working as a scientist, furthering my postgrad studies, but I wanted to change my financial situation so badly that for me going to this meeting was exactly what I needed to have hope for 2026. For 2016. So I know that you being here in this meeting as well is going to give you hope for the rest of 2023 and make you look forward to 2024, because what you do after the information that you get here will determine how your 2024 is going to be. So thank you once again, everyone. Like I said, to those that just joined in, my name is Khumo Mwase, and the business that I'm going to be sharing with you is something that I started back in 2016. Initially, it was just a side hustle, but a year into being in the business, which was in 2017, I left my science career to pursue this business full-time. So I haven't been employed by anyone since 2017. I've been a gracious stay-at-home mom building my business. So I know a lot of you are coming here and they're thinking, oh my goodness, is it Forever Living Products? Well, let me tell you, I was just like you. I got invited to a meeting and I said, is it Forever Living Products? No. I could have said, I know the business and I'm not interested. But let me tell you, sometimes listening is very important, because you will realize that you think you know something, but in actual fact, you don't know it. A lot of people have misconception about Forever Living Products. A lot of people think they know the business, but they don't. I also got into the meeting back in 2016, and I thought that I knew what this business was all about, but in actual fact, I didn't. So sit down. I want you to be open-minded. I want you to listen to the whole business presentation. And in the end, you will then decide if this is for you or not. But I want to say to you, when I walked into that room, I thought it wasn't for me as well. But after listening, I left there knowing that this is definitely for me, and this is definitely what is going to change my life. Now, let me share with you what gave me comfort to partner with this wonderful company. Perhaps it might also give you comfort as well after this meeting. For me, I loved the fact that the company is vertically integrated. This simply means that they are not outsourcing to produce their products, they're not outsourcing any services for the business to actually run. The company owns everything from the production to the packaging, to the transportation, to the storage of the products, to actually getting the products from us, the distributors, and us getting them to the customer. So it's a vertically integrated company. I love the fact that it's also debt-free. Who wouldn't want to partner with a company that is debt-free? Now, in terms of the long-standing management, the company is quite experienced. It has been in existence for over 45 years. In actual fact, when I started the business, the company had been in existence for 38 years. And for me, that gave me comfort because it showed me that it is not a fly-by-night. It is not a business that I'm going to partner with, or rather a company that I'm going to partner with. Tomorrow I wake up and I get told that it is no more. So I love the fact that it was 38 years old then. And what did it tell me as a person? It showed me that the company actually even did well during the global recession. Again, I love the fact that currently now we are 45 years old in existence. What does this tell you as well? It means even during COVID, the company still did very well. We operate in over 160 countries. When this meeting started, I asked people to type in and tell us where they were joining from. I deliberately did that because I wanted you as a guest to see that we've got people from different countries that are actually part of this business, or that actually want to be part of this business. The nice thing about operating in multiple countries is that you get to expand your business globally. So for me, that's another thing that gave me comfort to partner with this company. Now, our products are aloe vera based. There was another thing that actually made me say, you know what? This is something that you should really look into, because everybody knows aloe. Who doesn't know aloe? If you don't know aloe vera, type it on the comment section there and say, I don't know aloe vera. I doubt there's anyone that doesn't know aloe vera. And for me, I knew that having to go out in the market and market these products, I would actually be telling people about something that they already know. So it's not going to be difficult for me to try to get people to buy these products, because everybody knows aloe. Everybody knows aloe has tremendous health benefits. Everybody knows aloe is a medicinal plant. But the one that we use, which is actually called aloe papadensis, it is one that is highly effective, and it's actually the best out of all the aloe veras that are consumable to human. By the way, you might be saying that you have aloe vera in your backyard, but I want to ask you a question. Is your aloe vera tested in terms of human consumption? Are you sure that it's safe to consume? Those are things that you should be asking yourself. Now, I want to tell you, if you are maybe not sure what aloe vera helps with as well, it's good for your digestive health. For me, I started taking it for my digestive health because I had a problem with my digestive system, and it really helped me. It promotes a healthy immune system. It supports nutrient absorption. It boosts natural energy levels. And not only that, even externally, aloe is a good moisturizer for the skin. I don't know how many people I come across and I tell them about our wonderful products, and they say, you know what, I know aloe vera, it has helped me with acne. You know, it's also good for your hair. It conditions, it soothes the skin if you've got wounds. So aloe vera is really, really good, ladies and gentlemen. But what does Forever does differently from other companies? You know, it's the world's largest producer of and manufacturer of aloe vera based products. The aloe vera products are hand harvested, hand filtered, and the company actually uses the inner leaf gel, not the outside that causes diarrhea. So I love the fact that in terms of the stabilization process, everything is carefully done, and we've got no worries of the aloe being infected itself, so everything is so carefully done, and the quality of the products are amazing. These are natural products that are naturally verified scientifically, and they are really good, ladies and gentlemen. If you are thinking of organic, if in your head you're thinking organic natural products, then our products are definitely that. I love the fact that there's also a scientific board of advisory. Now, you also want, for me to claim that we are the best, our products need to be accredited, and we also need to be backed up by scientific, highly qualified professionals. And that is exactly what we have in our company. Also, our products are certified by the International Aloe Science Council for their potency and purity. I love the fact that our products are also halal. We all know that Muslims just don't consume anything. And we also know how difficult it is to get the halal certification on products. But our products are halal, ladies and gentlemen. And we are also part of the Direct Selling Association. That simply means that us as the distributors, we are protected, and even the consumers are protected. Now, I just want to introduce you to the team behind the Forever Living products. Of course, like any other company, we've got the CEO of our company. His name is Mr. Greg Mon. He is based all the way in the United States of America. He actually succeeded his father, the late Mr. Rex Mon, who has just recently passed away. And we also have the president of Forever Living. His name is Aiden O'Hare. Then we've got the executive vice president of sales and technology. His name is Garen Brayenholt. Then we've got our vice president of Africa, ladies and gentlemen. And his name, well, we call him Mr. JB, but his name is Jean-Baptiste Amichia. He's the vice president of Africa. And of course, we've got our beautiful, gorgeous country sales manager. She actually started the business before she even became the country sales manager, a retired engineer, a beauty with brains. She's actually heading the whole of Southern Africa. By Southern Africa, I mean South Africa, Namibia, Swaziland, Lesotho, Botswana, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe. Her name is Oni Mamadiam Dumela. That is our country sales manager right there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is it that we do? We have a combined power of a network of home-based business owners. So whoever invited you to this meeting is actually either a full-time home-based business owner or a part-time home-based business owner, but we are a network of home-based business owner. And what we do is we supply products directly to consumers, our aloe vera products, and we also show people the potential of the business opportunity, which is why you are also here tonight to witness this business opportunity for yourself. Now, the reason why we introduce people into the business, it is so that together we can market our products. And there are just so many benefits in terms of team marketing. I'll just take you through some of them. Within our company, number one, we've got an uncapped or unlimited income, which is also willable. The nice thing for me, that's another thing that gave me comfort to partner with this company. The fact that the income is unlimited and it's willable. When I was employed, I looked at how every month, whether I've worked hard or not, my salary was the same. Whereas in the business, the more efforts you put in, the more your income increases. I also love the fact that, like I said, your income is also willable. In terms of our careers, I mentioned that I'm a scientist by profession. I didn't mention to you that I'm a mother. I've got a son. Now, should anything happen to me, my son is not going to inherit my science career. He's not a scientist. So meaning that my income from my career is not willable, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you might have policies and life covers, but we also know that for as long as there's no more money coming in, that money will run out. So even if you are planning to leave whatever money for your children, if they don't have any more money coming in, that one is going to run out. So let us start thinking ahead and start thinking of actually building legacies and building willable incomes. So for me, that's another thing that I love about this business. Again, one of the benefits of team marketing, I love the fact that you decide your own goals and you just get plugged into the system where we help you to achieve those goals. You can either do this business part-time or full-time to fit your commitments. I started the business part-time, like I mentioned earlier, but I am now doing it full-time. I've actually been doing this business full-time for 6 years now. Another thing that gave me comfort to partner with the company, which is something that you might be asking yourself right now, that is the training and is the support. Of course, we've got that. We've got full training and support where we use a simple, proven global business building system. So you get plugged into the system, you get full support. You will be in the business for yourself, but definitely not by yourself. I also love the fact that we've got car plans and global travels in place. I remember when I attended a business presentation back in 2016 and they mentioned car plans and global travels. Honestly speaking, for me, I felt like this is a bit too good to be true, you know, but I want to guarantee you and say it is possible. And the global travel, for me, I also felt like, okay, I just want an extra 5,000. To be honest, I don't think I can travel. But ladies and gentlemen, if you've got that same mentality that I had back in 2016, I want to say to you, stop it. Start dreaming big. You can definitely travel the world. I'm a global traveler as well because of this business. Yet when I started, I did not think it was possible. All you need to do is to just have self-belief and actually put in the work. And I also want to say to you, you've got an opportunity to build your business globally. If you've got a shop, let's say you've got a shop in your area, if you want to expand, perhaps in another country, never mind another country, maybe in another area close to where you're staying, you are going to have to spend money to do that. If you want to expand to another country, you will spend more money to do all of that. But in our business, you actually expand globally without spending a cent. And that is because when you introduce other people from different countries, that is you expanding your business globally. Another thing that I love about this company is the fact that we've got chairman's bonuses. In terms of employment language, this is actually what we call a 13th check. For me, I was super happy with this because when I was employed, we never used to have 13th checks. The only bonuses we had were performance bonuses, and not everybody got that. I love the fact that there's recognition as well, and there's prizes, and there's just so much fun to be had. You know, I remember before starting this business, the last time I went on stage to be recognized for something was when I was graduating. So each time I would graduate, in terms of my academics, that's when I would go on stage and get celebrated. But that rarely happened because it's not like the graduation happens every 3 months or every year. Like we have recognitions all the time in our company. In actual fact, our country sales managers does these recognitions monthly as well. And we've got success day events where we also get recognized for doing well in the business. Now, what I know is everybody loves recognition. So here, if you love recognition, most definitely you will get it from this business. I also want to tell you what is it that we do, because you might be asking yourself. The first thing that you would do is to use the products. Now, you need to become your own best customer. And here's a reason why you need to use the products. That is because you are going to have to talk to people about the benefits of these products and your own experience. That is because people trust personal recommendation, you know. And another thing, people usually say, I can't sell, I don't know how to sell. But I want to ask you this question. How many times Have you effortlessly recommended something to people, something that you loved and you believe so much in? How many times have you recommended that thing to people because you know that it's good and it's going to benefit them? How many times have you done that? But does that make you a salesperson? No, it simply means that you are recommending something that you love, that you believe in. It's the same in our business. You are going to use these products so you can develop belief in the product, because that is the first thing that is going to help you build a customer base. Because in this business, when you share the products, the whole idea is to make sure that you develop 20 to 30 regular customers. Now, it's going to be easy for you to recommend to people because you'll be sharing from your own perspective, your own experience, and your own point of view. You will then see how some of your customers will actually say to you, hey, you know what? I think I can actually recommend these products to my own network as well. So how do I get started? That is when you start building a team. So building a team means you are going to be talking to people about the business opportunity, where you'll be introducing them into the business, and you will coach them to do exactly what you are doing, which is for them to develop their own regular customers and for them to also introduce other people into the business. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what we do. We use the products, recommend the products, introduce other people into the business, and we coach them to do exactly that. Now, when you come into the business, I always say to people, when you start something in life, not necessarily what I'm introducing you to tonight, but anything in life, when you are about to embark on any journey, when you're about to start anything, you need to have a reason why you are doing it, because that reason will actually push you, even on days where you feel like you don't want to do that thing. It's like if you're employed, you've got a reason why you are employed, because you've got financial responsibilities. So even on days where you don't feel like going to work, you still show up because you've got a reason why you want to keep that job. So it's the same with our business. When you get into the business, you need to have a reason why you are doing it. Perhaps it could be a good lifestyle. Maybe you want to travel the world, or maybe you want a new car. Maybe you want to work on your retirement plan. Perhaps you want financial freedom, or maybe you just want to belong and be part of a community of people that are like-minded and are pushing self-development. Perhaps that is just what you want. Or maybe you are just like me and you just want that extra 5,000 rands. That's what I wanted when I started. Whatever your reason may be, it might not be here, but whatever it may be, let it push you to actually do this business. I started because I just wanted an extra 5,000. To be honest with you, I've achieved everything else that you are seeing here. But let me tell you, when I started, all of this sounded far-fetched, but it was doable and possible because of the amount of support that you get from the business. Now, when you then want to go and introduce people into the business, the first thing is you're going to be in contact with those people. You will show them the business, bring them to a business presentation, then they will get registered and you will start planning with them. And the goal in this business, ladies and gentlemen, is to reach what we call manager level, which is what I'll show you later, because at that level, that is when you start unlocking serious income. Now, we've got different areas of income within our business. We've got a retailer. You can just come in and say, you know what? I don't want to build a team. I don't want to introduce anyone. I just want to retail products. To be honest, again, that's what I also said when I started. I felt like I won't be able to introduce people into the business. But I found myself actually building a team because to my surprise, a lot of people out there wanted to supplement their incomes. A lot of people out there wanted to be part of this business. So as much as I initially started as a retailer is someone that's just retailing products, and you can make money as just a retailer by making profit because you'll be getting products at a discount price. And then we've got people that are team leaders. A team leader is someone that is retailing products. This means that they are getting products at a discount as well and retailing them. But not only are they retailing, but they are also building teams by introducing other people into the business and coaching them to retail. So a team leader has a group of retailers within their team, and they are also retailers themselves. Then we've got business developers. A business developer is someone that has, well, someone that is retailing products, but they also have retailers within their business, and they've got team leaders as well and other business developers within their business. So basically, you can decide where you want to be, and we will help you grow your business to that level. Now, in terms of building a successful business, we do have a requirement that we all need to do to unlock everything in the business. And we call that 4 case credits. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is a case credit? In short, it is known as CC, which is a global point system that is allocated to each product. So when I talk of case credits, or when someone that has brought you in talks of case credits and CCs, think of products, because each product costs a certain number of case credits. So each product is attached to a certain number of products. Now, our success formula in the business is for you to learn how to achieve 4 case credits a month. And even people that you're going to bring in, you will teach them how to also achieve this 4 case credits a month. Now, how do you achieve this 4 case credits? Remember in the beginning, I mentioned that you need to use the product. So some of the case credits, again, remember I said when I talk of case credit, think of products. So some of the case credits are going to come from you using the products. Some of the case credits are going to come from you retailing the products. And some of the case credits are going to come from you recruiting or introducing other people into the business, because when you introduce people into the business, they actually join the business by buying products. And I said products are attached to case credits. So that is how you are going to accumulate your 4 case credits. Again, if you want to be successful in the business, make sure you master this 4 case credits as early as possible in the business. And even people that you bring in, make sure that you teach them how to do the 4 case credits. Now, let me show you how you can do your 4 case credits from retailing. I'm going to use our aloe vera bottle as an example. This will also give you an idea as to how much profit you can make at the lowest starting point in our business as a full member. Now, when you sell 1 bottle of aloe vera gel, you are going to be making profit of just over 153 rands. These amounts are different due to different country currencies. What I'm currently giving you is in South African rands, the figures I'm currently giving you. Now, if you sell 1 bottle, like I said, you're going to make a profit of over 153 rands. If you sell, maybe let's say your goal is to make 1,539 rands per week. If you sell 2 bottles per day for 5 days, on the 5th day, you would have sold 10 bottles. Now that means your profit is going to be 1,539. Now tell me 1,539 would not make a difference in your pocket. So the more products you sell, the more case credits you accumulate, and the more your income. Now, if you sell 10 bottles a week, which is 2 bottles per day for 5 days, you repeat this every week for 4 weeks. That is a month, because a month is 4 weeks. By the end of the 4th week, in your pocket, you would have made for yourself 6,159 rands. Ladies and gentlemen, 6,159 is a lot of money. That is, like I said, when I started the business, I just wanted an extra 5,000 rands. Now I've just shown you how you can make just over 6,000 rands. And when you sell 40 bottles a month, you actually would have accumulated 4 case credits. Now, let's say you then decide that, you know what? I've made 6,000. There's someone else that I know can do with an extra income. And you go and introduce that person to the business as well. And let's say they start with the highest startup fee in our business. It's not a joining fee. You actually get products with the money. So the highest startup fee in the business is just below 9,300 rands. And for that combo, you can get a Touch of Forever combo. And that is equivalent to 2 case credits. Remember, I said to you, when I talk of case credits, think of products. So if that person buys products worth of 2 case credits, you actually then get paid what we call a an introduction fee because you would have introduced the person. The company says, look, if it wasn't for you, this person wouldn't be buying products from us as a company. Therefore, we are going to give you an introduction fee because you have introduced them. And the company gives you 25% of what that person would have bought with. Like I said, the maximum amount you start is just about 9,300 rands. So 25% of 9,300 rands is 2,120 rands. That is your introduction fee. Remember, you've already made over 6,000 rands as your profit. And then on top of that, the company acknowledges that you've done your 4K credits. They say to you, hey, we are also going to give you a 5% cash back, and we call that a boost bonus. So you're going to get 5% cash back from your 40 bottles of aloe vera gel that you would have retailed. I hope this is making sense. In total, just by selling 40 bottles of aloe, this is you starting off as a full member and you're selling 40 bottles of aloe, you're introducing a person as a full member. Just by doing that, you would have made yourself just over 9,500 rands. Now tell me that this money would not make a difference in your pocket. If you are sitting here and you are saying, you know what, I'm able to afford my life. I just want to say to you, for as long as you are still using that credit card, for as long as you are still not comfortable in terms of your finances, for as long as you're still living from hand to mouth, trust me, this 9,500 would make a huge difference in your pocket. It can go towards your bond. It can go towards your car. It can go towards your child's school fees. It can go towards your emergency fund. If you don't have emergency funds, then you definitely do need that extra income. But just by achieving all of this, you would have also made 6K credits in your business. And I said the success formula is 4K credits. Now imagine teaching other people in the business to do exactly what you did because they also want to make 9,500 rands. So ladies and gentlemen, this is our marketing plan. You can decide where you want to be, but I want to tell you something. The goal when you get into the business is to get to manager level because that is where your life starts really transforming. Now, we've got different levels on the marketing plan. I don't want to dwell into this because I don't want to confuse you. I want you to leave this meeting knowing that there's a business that you can do around your career or your current commitments, and it's going to give you an extra income. So when you start the business, you are starting off as what we call a preferred customer. The only benefit that you are getting there is 5% discount. At that point, you are not yet a full member. You need to build your way up to full membership and accumulate those 2K credits. Then you will become an assistant supervisor. And from assistant supervisor, you then get to grow your business and move up the marketing plan. Now, how do you get to assistant supervisor level? So at assistant supervisor, like I said, you would have accumulated 2K credits, which you can achieve within 2 consecutive months. Now, 2K credits in terms of monetary wise, it's 9,260. Look, if you don't have 9,260, you can actually divide this. The company is giving you 2 consecutive months, which is 8 weeks. You can actually achieve this if you start with the minimum. Let's say you've got 1,300, you start with 1,300. If you buy with 1,300 rands every week, by the 7th week, you would have accumulated your 9,300 rands, but you can actually become a full member at a go. And there are so many benefits of becoming a full member. So you can purchase your Start Your Journey combo, which is also equivalent to 2K credits. And it is actually worth 6,500 rands. And you become an assistant supervisor immediately. Now, the benefit of being a full member is that you are getting products at 30% discount, and you also have that 5% boost bonus that I was telling you about. So if you start with less, make sure that you are not remaining at a preferred customer level because you will actually lose out on the 30% discount. And another thing, for as long as you remain at preferred customer level, you cannot introduce people into the business. So if you want to build a team, make sure you get here. Even if you just want to be a retailer, make sure you get to assistant supervisor level because that is where you will also be getting products at a higher discount, meaning your profit is going to be more. And then on our marketing plan, the next level that we have is supervisor level. Now, supervisor level, you actually achieve when you accumulate 25 case credits within 2 consecutive months, and you can do this with typically 3 to 5 people in your team. The nice thing about being at supervisor level is that you're getting products at 38% discount. Not only that, you are also unlocking a commission, a monthly commission that you are going to be getting paid from the sales of your team members. It's a certain percentage that you are getting because the company says, if it wasn't for you, this person wouldn't be buying her products from us as a company to retail for their own business. Therefore, we'll give you a certain percentage. Now, your commission, ladies and gentlemen, is effort-based. It depends on the total number of case credits that are done. Again, remember when I said case credits, think of products. Then the next level that we have on our marketing plan is assistant manager level. At this level, you are actually now have accumulated 75 case credits within 2 consecutive months. And these 75 case credits, you can typically accumulate with 10 to 15 people in your team. The nice thing about being at assistant manager level is that you are getting products at 43% discount. Not only that, you are also earning a commission from the sales of your team, which is a very, very nice, generous commission, ladies and gentlemen. Then we've got manager level. Now, manager level, this is where I said you should work, you should aspire to get to and work hard to get to that level. That is because when you're at manager level, you're getting products at 48% discount, and your commission is also very, very good. So you'll see when you're at manager level, you even have a bigger team. This means that even the amount of case credits, remember I said when I say case credits, you must think of products. So it means even the amount of products that are moved within your team are actually a lot. And your income is determined by that. So how do you get to manager level? You can accumulate this manager position by doing 120 case credits within 2 consecutive months, or you can do it within 4 consecutive months, but with that you will need to achieve 150 case credits. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I don't want you to be confused by all of these things. If you don't understand, don't worry, you will get to understand. I just want you to leave this meeting knowing that there's a business that you can do that can completely change your life. Now, I also want to show you what happens when you get to manager level, which is that level that I said you must work towards getting to. When you get to manager level and you also start helping your team members to get to manager level as well, the company starts paying you what we call leadership income. Now, your leadership income is going to be paid up to your 3rd generation manager. What do I mean by generation managers? Your first generation is someone that you've introduced into the business yourself. Your 2nd generation was introduced into the business by your 1st generation. And your 3rd generation was introduced into the business by your 2nd generation. Now, on top of you buying products at 48% discount as a manager, and on top of you earning your commission as a manager, you will also get paid this leadership income. For your 1st generation manager, you're going to get paid 6% of the team sales of that manager. Now, you saw that a manager has over 25 people in their team. So that means that there's a volume of sales. So you will get paid 6% of your 1st generation manager. For every 2nd generation manager, you will get paid 3% of their sales. For every 3rd generation manager, you will get paid 2%. Now, when I say 6%, 3%, 2%, you might think that it's a small percentage, but ladies and gentlemen, it's actually a lot of money because these are volumes and volumes of products that we are talking about. So your leadership income is actually what will make you unlock an income that you never even thought was possible. Imagine having multiple managers in your team, how much you can make. Ladies and gentlemen, If you've ever dreamt of making a six-figure income, multiple six-figure incomes, if you ever dreamt of maybe even making your annual income in a month, I want to say to you, get to manager level and build managers, because that is where you will see your life completely changing. And that is where you will actually reach financial freedom. Now, the nice thing is that you can also build global leadership income. Let me tell you, the beautiful thing about building in different countries is that, you know, if you're building in a country where the currency of that country is stronger than your own country, when you get paid that money, it's a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. It makes a huge difference in one's pocket, you know. For me, just to give you an idea, I do have a business in Africa and I've got a business in Europe. My people that are in Europe are people that I've never even met. People that we met on social media, they're in Scandinavia. I've never met these people. We just work together online and I mentor them virtually. Then we've got what they call Forever to Drive, which is a car incentive, a car plan, whichever way you might want to call it. The nice thing about this is that the company is not borrowing you a car for a certain period and then they take it back. No, they are actually giving you money on a monthly basis and you can decide what you want to do with that money. You don't have to buy a car if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you. You can decide. I just want to show you some of the people that have bought cars with the car incentive money. We've got Mr. Bekisi Zambata, a former policeman, ladies and gentlemen, driving a Maserati amongst his other beautiful, luxurious cars. As you can see, all these cars are luxury cars. Then we've got Ron and Aniki with their yellow Mustang. Ron and Aniki actually used to own a filling station, but we all know that with traditional businesses, they actually require a lot of money for them to operate. Sometimes it takes us years to even get back our initial investments in traditional businesses. And for this traditional businesses to continue running, you constantly need to take out money from your pocket. So most of the time, traditional businesses don't really work for a lot of people because we don't have financial muscles to run those things. Even if you do end up having financial muscles, in honesty, sometimes it just doesn't make financial sense, you know, because these businesses take a lot of money, way more than what you are putting in. So they then decided to do this forever business. And now look at the car that they're driving. Then we also have the Pangas, Mr. and Mrs. Panga. This couple have been in the business for over 20 years, ladies and gentlemen. That is why I'm saying to you, this business is not a fly-by-night. Look at the car that they're driving, a Range Rover. And then we've got State Advocate Mwase Majezi. You know, I love how she said what made her start the business was the fact that she wanted to be able to spoil herself and buy herself shoes without accounting to her husband what she's doing with the money. So she wanted an extra money just to buy herself shoes. But it's amazing how that reason that made her start is actually what made her retire from her career as an advocate and do this business full-time. And now she's living the life that she was not even living when she was working as a state advocate. You see, she's also driving a Porsche or a Porsche, whichever way you might want to pronounce it. Now, we've got different levels of car plans. We've got level 1 up to level 3. Again, I said this money gets paid to you on top of what you are getting. Level 1 is 6,720 rands per month. Level 2 is 10,080 rands. Level 3 is 13,440 rands. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say to you, the money gets paid to you every month for 36 months. Should your 36 months end, or rather when it ends, if you are still committed and consistent and building your business, you can requalify. Like I qualified for my first Forever to Drive when I was 8 months in the business, and I've been requalifying every 36 months. This is just to give you an idea that if you are committed and you are consistently building, you can find yourself being in this car plan forever. And then we've got what we call the Global Rally, ladies and gentlemen. This is an international trip. For me, when they spoke about international trips, like I said, I didn't think this is something that I would ever achieve. For me, it sounded far-fetched. But I want to say, again, if you've got the same mentality that I had, if you think that things are far-fetched, I want you to stop thinking like that, because this is a business where you are going to live the life of your dreams, and I want you to start believing it. And when you put in the work, you will put in the work believing that you will achieve your dreams. Now, this trip, you get to go on a different exotic location every year. The qualification period is from the 1st of January to the 31st of December every year. So you accumulate 1,500 credits in 12 months with your team. I remember I qualified for my first global rally in 2017, which we went to in 2018. Again, I'm just sharing this with you to show you that you don't have to be in the business for 10, 20 years before you can qualify for these things. You just need to come in and put in the required work. But this is also not an overnight success. You need to put in the work. So the qualification period for the current global rally is actually ending on the 31st of December. And the global rally will be held in India next year. Unfortunately, I cannot play the video. My laptop doesn't want to play the video, but it's going to be in India, which is amazing. This year for the global rally, we were in Bali. I've been going on the global rally since 2018 up to now, and it's been an amazing experience. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Eagle Manager Retreats. Again, by the way, these international trips, you don't go by yourself. You actually get to go with a partner of your choice, all expenses paid for both of you. And you get to stay in 5-star hotels only. Now, isn't that the life? If you love traveling, I want to say this is the business for you, because even if you can afford traveling, I'm sure you don't travel internationally twice a year because it's expensive. And I'm sure you've got countries that you would love to go to and you can't go to because it is expensive to travel the world. But in this business, it is for free when you've qualified. So we've got the Eagle Managers Retreat as well. Again, this is where you get to work towards it from the 1st of May to the 30th of April. The current one is actually running and it is ending next year on the 31st of April, on the 30th of April, and we will be going on Rock the Boat to Italy. I remember my first Rock the Boat experience was in 2017, a year after being in the business, and it was such an amazing experience. We went to Rome, Barcelona, and Monte Carlo. It was so amazing. So now there's going to be another repeat of Rock the Boat. And this time we are going to Venice, Zeta. I think it's pronounced as Zeta or Zada. I don't know, even if I can't pronounce it, but we are going. And then we're also going to Dubrovnik or whatever it is, but we are going. It doesn't matter if you can't pronounce it, but we are going. But ladies and gentlemen, these countries are in Italy. So that is where we will be traveling to next year. Again, I can't play the video because my laptop doesn't allow me to. Then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I love the fact that in this business, we've got what they call chairman's bonuses. Now, a chairman's bonus is more like a 13th check. This is where you get money over and above what you are earning. And these are people that had qualified for 2023. We've got Tobaka and Petrus Mabanga. We've got Zenkosi Skosana, Madilo Marite, Mashira Kwale, Mandina Ke Batana, Mampo Kujikanyani, Lucas and Irene Mukhotwani, Nolufefe and Nkanyiso Dlameni, Noktula and Sibongiles Guy. These are people in South Africa. The people I'm telling you are people that are in Southern Africa, but people around the world that are doing the business in over 160 countries. Actually, there were qualifiers in those countries. Then we've got others in Botswana. We've got Susan Mutswanacheng. We've got Ofente Dunarabai, Ukopuleng Robson. We've got Emily Rabai as well. These are our beautiful, beautiful forever business owners from Botswana that qualified. And then we've got people that actually got the biggest check. I won't say in Southern Africa, I might be wrong, but I know I'm not in Africa. They got the biggest check in Africa, biggest 13th check or chairman's bonus check in Africa. And they are none other than Nobile and Pesim Seleku. They are South Africans and they live in KwaZulu-Natal. These are actually the #1 forever living business owners in Southern Africa as well. And now you might be sitting there and asking yourself, okay, Khumo, I've heard you. You've told me how this business works, but are the products good? I want to say to you, we've got superior products. And you might be asking yourself, in terms of the marketplace, how are they performing? Are people buying these products? I want to say to you, globally, especially after COVID, people are spending over $194 billion on vitamins and supplements. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We've got vitamins and supplements in our company as well. Globally, again, people are spending over $586 billion on weight management products. Guess what? We've got weight management products in our company. On skincare products, when you go on social media, how many people are always asking to be plugged with skincare products? How many people want glowing skin? How many people have a problem with acne, eczema, all those things? Everybody wants a good skin, ladies and gentlemen, and people are spending money. Let me give you the figures. People are spending over $315 billion on skincare products. And guess what? We also have skincare products in our company. Sports and nutrition, people that go to gym, they actually do spend money on nutritional supplements. And guess what? We've got nutritional supplements for people that are in sports as well. Men's grooming, you might underestimate it, but men are actually spending a lot of money when it comes to their grooming. In actual fact, globally, men are spending over $20 billion. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We've got men's grooming products within our company. So to tell you this, I want to say, this is an industry with a sales worth over $4 trillion globally. So by actually partnering with us, you will be getting in an industry that is worth a lot. I always tell people, when you want to start a business, make sure that it's something that's going to bring a solution to people. Our business brings a solution. What solution is it bringing? It's bringing a health solution and it's bringing a financial solution as well. So it's actually 2 in 1. Now you will be addressing people's problems just by doing this. Now you might be sitting there and asking yourself, will it work for me? Trust me, that is not a silly question. It's not a strange question. It's a question that we've all asked ourselves when we started this business. But I want to say to you, just like any other venture, if you take this seriously and you put in time and effort that is required, it will work for you. You also need to be coachable, attend all the relevant trainings, meetings. You know, now with our new country sales managers, we've got a lot of activities that we are doing that the person that has brought you here today will tell you all about. I want you to participate in all of that because they will help you grow in the business. Again, you need to commit the time that is required in order for you to be successful. Don't come in today and expect to make 100,000 tomorrow. If you've got a 2-minute noodle mentality, if you've got an instant gratification mentality, I need you to leave that at the door and come into this business without having an instant gratification mentality. And also, you need to be self-motivated in order for this to work for you. Another thing, you need to work closely with the person that has brought you into this meeting because they will show you how you can be successful. You also need to be willing to think big, dream big, and set goals for yourself and your family. You also need to commit to having regular customers, building a team, and developing your key people that you're going to be working closely with to help them grow in the business. Lastly, I want to say to you, you need to be prepared to tell everyone about what you are doing. I always say, if you are in business, and you're not telling people, it's just like being in a room full of a lot of people and it's dark and there's an individual that you are winking at. Nobody knows that you are winking and nobody knows that you're winking at them, you know, because it's dark. It's the same in this business. If you are going to be in this business and you're not going to talk about it, people won't know what you are doing. So you need to make sure that you talk to everyone. Again, you need to have a great attitude, because a great attitude will take you places that you never thought you'd go to, you know. So you need to have a wonderful attitude. Now, from what you've seen so far, before I call my guest, is it something that you like? If it's a yes, get in contact with the person that invited you so you can get registered. If it's a no, I want to challenge you to use the products. Because, ladies and gentlemen, in the world that we are living in, we don't even eat correctly. Now, you need to take nutritional supplements so you can bridge those nutritional gaps. Again, the person that has invited you into this meeting is going to be sharing with you the product catalog so you can choose your products. If you are still unsure, maybe it's a maybe, you're not sure if this is what you want to do, I want to say to you again, get in touch with whoever has actually invited you to this meeting and ask your questions. They will answer all your questions and your concerns. Ladies and gentlemen, can I see the fires and all the excitement on the comment section as I welcome our guest speaker all the way from Kenya? Personally, I am excited because I've never heard his story. But when I spoke to a great friend of mine and business partner, and I asked her, who can we invite to this meeting to actually come and inspire us to end 2023 well so we can start 2024 on a good note? She recommended this woman to me, and she said to me, invite her so you can be inspired. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome Marian Mula, all the way from Kenya in East Africa. She's a Sapphire manager in the business. This means that she has actually changed a lot of people's lives. She has transformed so many people's lives. She has also achieved all the incentives that Forever Living has to offer. Ladies and gentlemen, drum rolls, let us welcome her on stage. Sapphire manager Marian, over to you. If you are there, please do share your slides. I am excited. I know everyone else here that is in this meeting is looking forward to hearing your story. Over to you.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and thank you, Khumo. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, loud and clear. Over to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you for giving me such a chance for me to be able to share my story. I want to say congratulations for a wonderful presentation. Everybody is just celebrating on the chat box. They're really happy about the business opportunity. They're celebrating you with a lot of flowers. And let's appreciate Khumo as I share my story, as I share my slides, please. Let's appreciate her. Let's appreciate her for a wonderful presentation. Let's appreciate her. Khumo, you can be able to exit your slide so that I can be able to share mine.
There you go.
So thank you, everyone. Yes, you can continue celebrating her. Let me share my screen. I trust and believe that you can see my screen. Khumo, kindly confirm.
Yes, we can see your screen. It's clear.
Okay. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity for me to be able to share my story. My name is Marian, as you have heard. I'm all the way from Kenya. I'm a mother of 2 boys. I'm an accountant by training. I'm a financial controller. I resigned, that was 2015. I was a financial controller with a retail chain after working from various organizations here in Kenya. But today I'm a health and wellness consultant. I'm a business builder. I'm a mentor and entrepreneur coach. And my mission is positively to impact people's lives everywhere I go. So this opportunity found me when I was in the office. That was way back in 2010. I was working. I was a new, I was, that time my son was what? That time my son was, my last born was around 3 months. And that is the time when I came across this opportunity because during that time, I'd just given birth and my last born had developmental challenges. He was also conversing and he had eczema. And at one point he conversed and we went to one of the top hospitals here in Kenya. And when I reached there, one of the nurses asked me, Marian, have you ever tried Forever Living products? And I was like, what is that? And she directed me the place whereby, they had their offices along Aligam. And I went there and for like more than 1 hour, nobody walked in because they told me I can't buy, I'm not a member. And I needed somebody to buy the products for me. But after that, I just left, went back to the office. And what really happened after 2-3 months, we were invited to a session. And when we went to that session, I realized it's the same thing they were talking about. That is how we signed up and I started building the business. So, from then my story changed because after using the products, what really happened is my son got well, because by the time that was in July 2010, all the way to December, by the time I was deciding I need to embrace this opportunity, I looked back and I realized that the products I've been using in the house, they've worked for my son. They've also done several things in my family. And I was like, what can I do? So they told me there is a success day which was happening then. And that is how I I decided, let me go and see what these people are talking about. Because personally, I was thinking this business is not cut out for me. Let me just use the products and see what is going to happen. So out of that, I went to the success day. And what really happened after that is another story, because that is the reason why I'm here. In that January 2011, I started building the business. So in January, I, remember I had already signed up. So I was an assistant supervisor. So in January, I became a supervisor. In February, I became an assistant manager. In March, I qualified as a manager. In July, I qualified for Forever to Drive. And by December, we qualified for the African Rally, which was happening in Sun City, and my story changed. So within a period of 5 years, I built the business. And in 2015, I resigned from my office, from my full-time job, and I decided to build the business. So today I'm a Sapphire manager, being into the business for the last 13 years. I'm a Forever to Drive level 2 qualifier. I'm a Chairman's Bonus qualifier, Senior Eagle manager, a global rally qualifier, and a top business builder in this country. One of the things I like about Forever is very simple. The first thing is, remember, I was working in an office. I had attained some of the, the big positions in the office. But one of the biggest thing I was lacking from that was appreciation. There was no appreciation and there was no recognition. And when I came into this business, one of the things I received most was the recognition. And that really motivates me and gives me the energy for me to be able to go out there and talk to people on a daily basis. It also gives me a chance to be able to develop others. One of the best parts of my celebration was when I became a Sapphire manager, we had a success day. And that day, more than 10 people in my team were recognized as managers. Not talking about the supervisors and the assistant managers who were in that day. The top business builders, we also talk about the top sponsors, the 4CC qualifiers, the numbers were just overwhelming. And I looked at it and I remembered the yes I said way back in 2010. And I asked myself, if I never said yes, where would all these people be? And I realized that this is a business whereby you don't sign up for yourself. You sign up for the people out there, the people who are looking for opportunities, for the people who are looking for a chance for them to be able to better their lives. Out of this business, we have managed also to be able to drive top range cars. When you talk about the kind of cars I drive, you find that I drive a Mercedes S550 and I also have a Land Cruiser V8. But when you look at these cars in this country, these are not ordinary cars. Because, for example, what the Mercedes was used by, there is At one point, there was a president who was visiting here in Kenya, the Korean president, and they were looking for an S550 to be able, to carry the president. And imagine being approached and being paid for being asked for your car to be able to carry such a person. It makes this business makes you to be able to interact with who is who, and even you are known by name in the streets. And that is the best part about this business. It gives you an equal opportunity whereby you are able to do things you never thought you can be able to do. But on top of that, I have not qualified for the Forever to Drive alone. I've qualified with my sister, Christine. She is also into the Forever to Drive. I also introduced my niece, Jacinta, but along the way, in the team, we have grown. And you realize that we have also been able to touch other people's lives, that out of the, the business, we have more than 7 people who have qualified for the Forever to Drive. But at the same time, we have more than 20 people who are driving and living comfortable lives courtesy this business. On top of that, we have been able to qualify for that is the chairman's bonus. And when you talk about the chairman's bonus, this is an equal incentive, which is unequal to anything else. Because when you talk about a chairman's bonus, it gives you a platform for you to be able to do things you never imagined you can be able to do. It is a 13 checks after you have been paid from January to December, and then somebody just decides to appreciate you. When you look at the, what really happens in ordinary lives, or at the end of the year, you are just given something which is just to appreciate you, and it doesn't amount much to anything. You realize that it cannot even be able to change much of the things you have been dreaming about. But a chairman's bonus check is a game changer. But on top of that, I've also been able to travel across the globe. And when we talk about this business, the first thing which we normally emphasize is for you to be able to qualify as a manager, become an Eagle manager, qualify for the Forever to Drive, for the chairman's bonus. But Eagle manager stands out. Eagle manager stands out. At one point, that was in 2018, we were able to go with more than 10 people from the group. And this was a very exciting moment, because when you look at the years you said when you decided to start this business, this is something you never thought about. But being on the flight, traveling with the kind of the group, traveling with your group to a destination, this gives the business a new meaning. And when you come back, even you want to do more. And this business gives you a platform for you to be able to touch many people's lives. And that is what I love about Forever. But on top of that, it also gives you a chance to be able to also to touch your lives and the lives of the people you love. Out of this business, we have been able to travel, that is locally here in Kenya. And together with my family, we have also been able to go to Dubai. We have been able to go to Malaysia. We have also done the Euro tour. But at the same time, we have also been able to invest, and we have been able to buy our own home here in Nairobi. At the same time, we have also been able to invest. And when you look at that, these things don't just come. It means that there is some work you are doing at the background. And that is the reason why I tell people, when we talk about Forever, it is not only what Khumo has only been able to show us. It is, I tell people Forever is, is a business opportunity just shown you on the screen. It may look easy, but there is some work to be done. There is work to be done, and especially when it comes to putting the structures in place for you to be able to get the right business. And what happens is you realize that your business will be able to be focused on a team. And you need to look at how are you going to build this team. What personally I do is I will be able to meet with my teams, maybe morning breakfast, through team scissors, through team building. And at the same time, I will be able to expand, because many times you'll only be able to meet maybe with the nursery you are building. But at the same time, there are those leaders who have already graduated. You have duplicated yourself into them. So you need to be able to do things like masterclass, and you'll also need to do some leadership sessions with them. So these are some of the leaders in the team we have been able to come together, maybe quarterly, and be able to do something. Maybe we can be able to even train and see how we can be able to build the business to the next level. But on top of that, what really excites me in this business, you realize you are your own boss. But what is going to boss you around? What is going to boss you around is your dream. It is your dream. And for this dream to be able to actualize, the first thing you need to understand is you need to be able to build a firm foundation. And when we are talking about a firm foundation in our business, we are talking about laying a structure which will be able to hold your business in place. Come rain, come sunshine. Even when we have tough times, you will be able to build your business. So when we talk about our business, the first thing I tell people is I will be able to revisit back, to that was in 2010. The first thing which was done to me was I was referred to this guy called Don Fila, and he became one of my mentors. And I love listening to him very much, because when you look at that book, the 45-second presentation, it talks about building a skyscraper. And when you talk about our business, it is like we want to be able to build a firm foundation for our business so that we can be able to rely on this business for days to come. You realize that when you are building a firm foundation, you need to be able even to excavate the land. You need to be able to put some structures in place, and the contractor will be able to spend time on how they can be able to build that building. So once the foundation is done, the rest will be very, it will be able to grow very quickly. And that is what happens into our business. Once you come into our business, you need to be able to lay a structure on how you can be able to build your business. Because one of the things is you find that building a strong foundation in our business, you need to be able to understand that it is a long-term plan which you are building. You need to be able to build a structure which will be able to sustain the pressures and the challenges we'll be able to find along the way. So without a firm foundation, your business will not be able to last for long. So you realize that your ultimate goal in your business is to build a business which will be able to give you residual income. And this doesn't come easy, because when you look at the kind of structure you are going to build, you realize that it requires commitment. So we have different kinds of foundation which we can be able to look at. The first foundation we are looking at is there is personal foundation and there is team foundation. So when we talk about personal foundation, you realize that as a leader who is building this business to the next level, the first thing you need to look is when it comes to you as a person, you need to be able to look at the amount of work you are going to invest for you to be able to build this business. And you also need to be able to look at how much time are you going to invest, for you to be able to develop yourself to be the leader who your team wants to look at. At the same time, for you to be able even to invite new people into your business, you need to be able to take time to be able to develop those skills, to be able to become successful in building your business. So what are some of the skills we need to be able to develop? One of the things is the first thing we need to do is self-assessment. We need to assess ourselves and see the kind of skills we need to be able to embrace. We need to be able to look at our personality and do some self-discovery so that we can be able to learn and see where we are going to improve. We also need to be able to do some goal setting and take action so that we can be able to know the things we are supposed to equip ourselves with. So some of those skills we need to be able to understand is getting along with other people. This is very key. Remember, you are building a business. Then second thing is you need to be able to overcome your fears and doubts. This is very important, because as long as you are building this business, you need to understand that there are those decisions you will be afraid to take, especially maybe you want to be able to do a launch in a certain place, but fears and doubts will be able to come all over you. But you need to understand that this can be a serious breakthrough in your business. On top of that, we talk about dealing with unworthiness issues and low confidence. These are things you need to work around with. At the same time, managing your time. In our business, as long as you don't have discipline on how to manage your time, you realize that there are so many chances you'll be able to lose. At the same time, setting goals and working around those goals. Then you create a daily routine, learn about network marketing activities which will be able to bring productivity in your business. And on top of that, learning about the business and ensuring that you know how to deal with rejection. That is very important, because these are things you're going to find them out there. But on top of that, you need to be able to come up with this strategy. A strategy on how you are going to equip yourself. A strategy on how you are going to be able to develop yourself on a daily basis so that you can be able to become the leader you want to be. So think about this business like a profession, especially when you talk about different professions in the industry. You realize that people spend a lot of time, going to college, learning, and they spend a lot of years. And when you talk about our business, the best part is you learn on the job. That gives you experience, and at the same time as you are earning, you are also learning and improving yourself on a daily basis. But on top of that, when you talk about network marketing, it is not going to be a different thing, because you build your business as you learn. So you can be able to take your time to be able to develop your skills. Whatever you learn, you can be able to go on the field and be able to implement. So you can be able to know, have I been able to, am I been able to master this skill? Can I be able to, to improve more on this kind of a skill? Because I've been able to learn about this. I've gone out there. I've not been able to hack it the way I expected. So I can go back and start learning more about recruiting. I can be able to go back and learn how to be productive in my business, how I can be able to mentor people to move from one level to the other. So some of these basic, skills include generating leads. And this is one of the places whereby many people are stuck. Because when you talk about generating leads and, looking at those prospects and, converting them to be business builders, that is where many people are stuck. And we need also to be able to look at these skills and see how we are going to master these skills. But at the same time, we also bring these people on board. And at the same time, we are not able to offer them the right leadership. On top of that, we also need to be able to build a team and market these products out there. So when you look at all these skills, you need to work on around these skills. You may say that I'm good at meeting people, I'm good at establishing relationships, but yes, you are good at establishing relationships, but are you good at converting those relationships to be prospects and being business builders in your business? You need to be able to look at that. That is the reason why we talk about personal development. It will be emotional, it will be, mental, physical, spiritual, social. So all these skills must be developed, and you must have the right mindset for you to be able to do that. You need to be able to be focused, to know that this is what I want to achieve. And this is one of the challenges whereby you find that people will not be able to develop the kind of skills they want, because one of the things is when we look at a career or an employee, you need to be able to think like an entrepreneur. Don't think like as if you are employed, or maybe don't think like as if you are employed or it is like a job. No, this is your own business. You need to own it. You need to be able to improve on a daily basis. So the two mindsets are totally different. You need to be able to understand that once you think like as if you are working for somebody, that is going to become a huge obstacle. So you need to call yourself a meeting and understand that you are a business owner. You are going to be paid for, for the results you produce. So all the effort you're going to put into a business, that is what is going to pay you, because developing a system is very important in our business. So when you talk about this, there are some few things, a few tips which you can be able to embrace. And the first thing is identifying the weaknesses, identifying the weaknesses of where have you not been able to master. And give yourself a chance to be able to master in various fields, especially when you talk about recruiting, when you talk about moving these products, when you talk about retaining people into the system. You need to be able to look at how can I be able to do these things. At the same time, you can be able to improve that by reading only for 20 minutes on a daily basis. Create some times for you to be able to reflect and give yourself some time to be able to read on a daily basis, something which is going to be of value into your business. At the same time, have an automobile university. That is the reason why I tell people, if you have a car, you need to be able to listen things which are building you. Don't be listening to things which don't build you. Attend to self-improvement seminars. And I know these seminars are all over. Find a mentor who can be able to mentor you. And at the same time, make sure that you learn something each and every single day. I tell people the best thing you can be able to do for yourself is, as you touch your business on a daily basis, make sure that you learn something which will be able to improve your business tomorrow. Spend time reflecting on what you have learned and what you have been able to do and how you can be able to do better. So from there, you find that you need to be able to have a plan. You cannot say that I will be able to build my business, I will be able to develop myself, and you don't have a plan. So basically, you need a plan on how you are going to become the best person and how you are going to become successful in this business. On top of that, now you realize that after you have worked on yourself, you need to be able now to shift and work on the team. Because building up your team, you realize that once you have built yourself, it is very easy for you to be able to duplicate yourself to the team. It is the second part of foundation where by building your team is like you are duplicating yourself. The things you have done now, you are going to pass them to your team. And you realize that you need to be able to set goals. And out of that is working together with your team, you'll be able to come up with something which is substantial, whereby you are going, all of you, to be able to focus on. Then you offer them support, you motivate them. If there are any challenges here and there, you can be able to offer a solution, give them the right skills, you train them and you coach them, because you are working with them on a daily basis. So your first objective before even starting to sponsor people is for you to make sure that they understand what you are doing. So this finds, you find that you can be able only to do that if yourself, you have worked on yourself. In our business, we say that very well. The first thing you need to do is to use the products and share the products. So developing 20 to 30 customers is very, very important. And if, as long as every person you bring on the business, you will be able to explain them the business concept, you tell them to use their products, help them to be able to get their 20 to 30 customers, you find that you'll be able to have very good leaders who will be able to duplicate whatever you are doing. Out of that, you find that now you teach them on how they can be able to build a team. Because as long as you have identified several people in your team, and out of that, you have been able to duplicate yourself to those leaders, you will be able to identify them, the serious people into the team. They may not be even the frontliners. Maybe you have brought 5 people, 10 people, but out of those people, there are other downlines behind them who are very serious. So you also need to be able to embrace them, hold them and see how they can be able to build their business and move together with them. So out of that, in order to do that, you realize that you need to be able to be focused on how you can be able to sponsor serious people. Getting 5 to 15 people in our business, you realize that you will be able to talk to as many people as possible, but you will be able to sponsor between 50 to 150 people personally. And you realize that these people, you need to be able to work with them. You need to be able to train them and duplicate yourself into them. Your numbers will be able to vary depending on the kind of a person you are, the kind of influence you have, the quality of people you sponsor. This will be able to be, maybe different from one person to the other. But you realize that for you to be able to build a solid business and for you to be able to identify diamonds out there, you need to be able to equip yourself with the right skills as you go out there to be able to beat these people. So we need to be able to understand that for us to be able to build a team, once you have these leaders in place, what is going to happen is for you to be able now to achieve your first goals and primary goals, it will be very easy, because you will be able to help these people to be able to develop their customer base and at the same time for them to be able to develop a team. And because you have been able to equip them with the right skills, you have been able to equip them with the right, with the right mindset, you realize that for them to be able to move from one level to the other, it will be very easy. You realize that about 9% of your time in your business will be able to spend initially when you are starting the business will be on the recruiting mode and developing, looking and identifying customers and new distributors and putting them into their place. But once this is done, you realize that it is very easy for you now to be able to take a back seat. But out of that, you realize that now you are mentoring these leaders for them to be able to become leaders like you. So once you have been able to place the leaders in place, and you shift your efforts and you can be able now to work on those leaders for them to be able to duplicate themselves to other leaders. That is part of the work as a sponsor, for you to be able to help as many people as possible for them to be able to become like you. So once you have made yourself to be a good copy, for the rest of your life, for the rest of your time, by the time you are building your business, you will be able to identify people into the marketplace, prospect them, put them into the business, equip them and release them, because there is already a system in place, a system whereby people come in, they are equipped, and you release them into the market when they already know what they are doing. But out of that, you find that once your leaders are in place, the rest of the team will be able to grow very fast. So that is what we need to be able to look at. Every time when you wake up, anytime you look at a prospect, look at how you can be able to equip them. Look at how you can be able to give them the right skills for them to build this business. Because the hardest part of our business is building a right foundation, making sure that the leaders you have brought them on board, they are already into the system, they already have the skills, and they already have what it takes for them to be able to build their business. So if you build yourself, you realize that you'll be able to make sure that you have the customers in place, you have the team into the place, and at the same time, the system, everybody in your team is following a particular system which is delivering, and within no time, you'll be able to grow into your business. What I will tell you very well is when we come into our business, always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other thing. I know all of us, we have dreams. Everybody is looking forward on how they can be able to succeed. And when we talk about our business, you realize that, yes, we have our personal goals, but at the same time, there is a team we are building. If we can be able to look at ourselves and set our goals, but at the same time, be inclusive with the team we are building, it will be very easy for us to be able to succeed. As we close the year, I know many of us, we are looking back at what has happened for this year, 2023. But you know there is a better year, which is 2024, which is coming. Maybe you have not been able to do to build your business in the right way. Maybe you have not been able to put your structures in place. But guess what? The God we serve is a God of a second chance. And He is giving us another new year for us to be able to throw our nets back into the field, for us to be able to cast the nets once more again in the marketplace, to be able to cast our nets even deeper than we have already been able to do. And you realize what? You never know which cast will be able to yield great catch. Because when you talk about network marketing, somebody will tell you, I tried in 2020, I tried in 2021, I tried in 2022, I tried in 2023. I will tell you, still, cast your nets once more. Cast your nets once more. Why? Because 2024 is very promising. 2024 is going to be a very big year. 2024 is the day when you'll be able to get that catch you have been looking for. Remember, in our business, we say we are always looking for diamonds. You have just heard what Khumo said. Every time when you are looking at this business, you would want to be able to have a leader who will be able to build the business pretty very fast, to be able to sweep across the marketing plan and be able to achieve all the incentive as soon as possible. And out of that, you realize that she said very well, you need to be able to identify a leader, a mentor who will be able to work with you and show you all the steps of building this business. So when it comes to our business, now we have been given another chance for us to be able to cast the nets back into the marketplace, be able to get new people into our business, as we also concentrate on the ones we have, equip them with the right skills, build a firm foundation for them to be able to see how they can also be able to build great businesses which they can be able also to succeed and take their goals. As I come to a close, I will tell you, you have been the best audience this evening. We have just listened to Khumo, and at the same time, we have looked at how we can be able to build a firm foundation for our business as we close 2023, and as we say hello to 2024. Move thinking, how can I be able to build a firm foundation for my business? And how can I be able to put the right structures? Because forever, as a system, and plugging people into that system is what will give you success. From my hand, I want to wish you all the best. And as we close to 2024, let me be the first one to tell you, welcome to 2024, and see you in the beaches of the world. Thank you, and see you at the top.
Thank you so much, Sapphire Manager Marian. We have heard you. And the one thing that I'm taking away from this is personal development. Now, to someone that is not yet in the business, I also want to say to you, personal development is important, not just in our business, but in anything that you want to be successful at in life. You need to make sure that you are equipping yourself with all the knowledge that you're going to need, because trust me, without knowledge, you can't do anything. They say knowledge is power, but I believe that applied knowledge is even more powerful. So let us go and apply what we've heard here tonight. And I just quickly want to say to anyone that is not yet in the business, maybe you feel like you have had a lot of information today. Maybe it might be too much. Maybe it might be confusing to you. But I want you to leave this meeting knowing that if you make a decision to start your business in 2023, you are actually going to have a good 2024. For 2024 to be a good year, you actually need to make sure that you end this year well. I also want to say to you, When I started the business, when most of the people that are in this meeting tonight started the business, when Marian started the business as well, none of us were ready. None of us knew how we are going to do this, but we started anyway. So I want to say, if you are going to wait until you are ready, you're going to wait for the rest of your life. There's no perfect time as now. So make sure that you start. And I also want to say, don't be afraid of what could go wrong. Like, stop worrying about things like, what if people don't buy my products? What if people don't become part of my team? Stop worrying about all those negative things. Start thinking about the positive things, like, what if your life changes? Just what if you are able to pay off the debt that is currently giving you sleepless nights? What if you are able to take your child to that school that you've always wanted to take them to? Just what if you are able to live in your dream home? What if you are able to take those things that you currently feel are impossible to reach? So start focusing on all those positive things. And in closing, I want to say to you, I don't know why you stayed until the end of this meeting, and I don't know what is currently a pressing matter to you. I don't know what is your situation. I don't know what is even giving you sleepless nights. And I want to say to you, sometimes the only available transportation out of that situation that you are currently finding yourself in is taking a giant leap of faith. I want to encourage you and say, take a leap of faith, start the business. You've heard, all these people that Marianne herself, she spoke about personal development. You are going to learn so much. You are going to be associated with people that are hardworking, people that want to achieve more out of life, and people that are not fearful to go after their dreams. You are going to be part of that circle. And we are looking forward to actually welcoming you and working with you. Do go back to the person that has introduced you, that has called you to this meeting tonight, and I wish you all the best for the rest of 2023. Again, remember, for 2024 to be your best year, you need to make sure that you are ending 2023 on a high note. So take that giant leap of faith. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen. You have been an awesome audience. And thank you to our guest, Marian, all the way from Kenya. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great, great